I am lucky to be joined right now by the human Wikipedia of the hip hop world. DJ Vlad is the creator and CEO of the Vlad TV YouTube channel, where he keeps his more than 5 million subscribers up to date on the latest in hip hop and sports entertainment. He lands all the exclusive interviews and he breaks all the big headlines. I could not wait, Vlad, to get your take on everything that's going on. What are your thoughts?
I mean, at the end of the day, he hasn't been charged with anything. I mean, the raids make it look a certain type of way. And of course, there's going to be the social media pylon like you always have. But until he's actually charged and we see what he's in for, it's really a waiting game. And unlike an R. Kelly or a Keefe D, Diddy's sitting on hundreds of millions of dollars. He's going to have the absolute best defense. He's going to be able to protect himself. If there's a bail, he's going to be able to make bail. He's going to be able to put up bond, et cetera. So it's going to be a very different situation with Diddy.
What about, I just hear crickets, right? I'm looking for all the people who are defenders coming out to say something on his behalf, and I'm not hearing anything. What are you hearing?
I mean, people are being relatively quiet. I mean, because it looks bad from the outside looking in. And, of course, you have the memes and everything else like that. You have, no Diddy is sort of like the new slang now. They used to say no homo. Now they're saying no Diddy. It's a very homophobic term, but this is kind of what it's coming into. They're calling him the diddler and so forth. So there's always going to be jokes. There's always going to be laughs and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, he is a very impactful person. He did help a lot of people. And I think you slowly are going to start seeing people come forward. But right now, everyone's sort of sitting back and seeing what happens because you don't know what the charges are. He hasn't been arrested yet. So you really don't know.
So 50 Cent said what he said today. No, did he do it? It's Diddy done. That was big. Also, what Kanye had said earlier, he straight up called him a Fed. And I'm guessing that meant that he's been cutting deals with law enforcement for a long, long time to stay out of the big house. What is your take on what Kanye, I mean, we had to bleep out a lot of what was said, but what's your take on that?
I mean, people have been calling me the Feds for 16 years now. People think that I work with law enforcement. And that's really just kind of a general hip hop kind of insult that somebody you don't like, they're the Feds or they're the police and so forth. I've never heard of Diddy actually working with the Feds or getting people busted or anything else like that. So, and Kanye's, also had a history of erratic behavior, especially during that time. The interview that you played, which was on Drink Champs, was when he was making the anti-Semitic statements about Adidas, and ultimately he lost his Adidas deal. So you kind of have a person who's ranting and manic, saying whatever's coming on. Yeah, so you can't really say, oh, Kanye really had this information because, like I said, look at Kanye during that era. It was a train wreck. He lost $1 billion.
How about Diddy's kids, the two sons who were, Justin and King, who were handcuffed outside of the mansion? Do you see them as part of the targeting, or was that they didn't know who they were, they detained anybody? Is it a power play so that the feds can see, we got your kids in handcuffs, you better talk? What do you make of it?
I think during a situation like that, a lot of people will just get arrested just for being on the premises. I haven't actually seen the paperwork behind what's happening, so it's hard to say. But from what I understand, I haven't heard of the kids being charged with anything. So the fact that they were handcuffed and detained might have just been a horse and pony show. It's hard to really jump to conclusions and say this was going to happen, this is not what's going to happen until you actually see the paperwork and see how it plays out. And this will probably take years to actually work its way out. I doubt that he's just going to turn over.
Vlad, I thought we were going to see an indictment today, given the firepower from yesterday, right? Like, you don't go in guns blazing like that till you've got a lot more than just probable cause. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.